Alrighty folks, welcome to Adam RPG Trudograd. I'm suffering from insomnia, so I decided to go ahead and start this one up. I just finished Adam RPG, the first game, and we're going directly into this game now. First thing we're going to do is go to the settings and deal with this this at some kind of level that makes sense here. I don't know what all these means. Let's go ahead and bump those up. Interface. That seems right. Video volume. What's making the winter wind volume? It's just associated with the master volume. Alright. What else do we have here? Special code, max camera distance, battle speed. I don't know. I don't remember on the last game. Let's go ahead and stick this at 50% and see what happens. Okay. Pop-ups. Clear, log on load. Okay. Special code. Mouse audio, controls. Select target item highlight. Yeah, let's make that. Left shift. PDA. Okay, general. Okay, let's leave it there. Full screen, yeah. Fantastic. Vertical sync. Let's toss that off. I didn't see a whole lot of shearing in the first game. I don't expect to see any on this game, although who knows. Alright, so that looks like the basic settings. Doesn't look like much changed from the previous game at all, which I hope isn't a theme, because there needs to be some changes from Game 1 to Game 2 to make Game 2 better, because Game 1 had a lot of things that they can improve upon. Alright. Load, obviously no saves. No. Alright. New game. Okay, so it seems like they kept the distinctions in. Time of day down here. Not sure what that is. Looks like we have pre-selected characters. Vadim. Add team player. Gregory. Keeps to himself. Yeah. He's got a personality of 1. This guy's got a luck of 10. Mikhail. Okay. It's got some attention. Svetlana. Alright, so import Atom RPG. You can import your character from Atom RPG on this screen if the following requirements are met. The game you are importing is free of mods, okay. The save you're importing from was made in the room of Atom RPG final boss after the confrontation. Other situation, successful import is not guaranteed. Did I save it in the final boss confrontation? I think I did. How do I do that? Okay. Oh. Okay. Which one was it? Does it give me... Okay, it only gives me the choices available that qualify. Okay. This is cool. Alright. I don't remember which one I really wanted at this point, though. Because I did multiple endings. Oh. Okay, so the mycelium one where we sided with them. Fidel was dead. Crap. Frick. I might have to go back and reload the other game to figure out which one it is. Was it here? So this one we got the 2 levels because of the siding with the mycelium. This one we down here at the bottom 13. Okay, so 131,000 XP versus 129. So this has to be the one where everyone survived. So this one here, we sided with Atom so that they take control of Krasnod's Dominier, and then we killed all the mycelium guys. But I remember killing the 3 funguses there, and in that save picture they're not dead. Okay, perhaps I should just... Alright, what I'm gonna do is go back into Atom RPG and create the save I really want for this, because I did not know you could do this. Alright, be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, I went to Atom RPG, saved my final game that I wanted. So let's see if we can import our character. Okay, so everything has been met. I import a character from Atom RPG in the screen. Okay, so we hit name. Now load 14, that is the one. Okay, so what can we do here? Okay. So, after my adventures, huh? Okay. So, it looks like it's keeping our level. Oh, it lets you change your... That's weird. It randomized the name after doing that. Okay. This is weird because I don't think I was level 20. Did it bump me up in level? I thought I was 19. I wonder if level 20 is like the minimum level you start here? All my other stats look similar. I can't tell. Is this what I've already had from the previous? From the previous game? Did they change anything? -1 ability point per level. Retrograde. Okay, so... Yeah, I think that's what I started with, that's right. Crafting requires twice as much ingredients. I picked its strength and endurance because I did its stats, okay. Well, let's take a look and see if there's anything different going on here. Alright, experience points. Remember I had 1 endurance, which is why my health is so low. Let's see what these are. Destructive Diplomat. -1 strength. That's just bad. You're always drug addicted and can never get cured. Okay. -1 personality. Negative carry weight, no. Hunger sits in twice as quick, huh? Yeah. -20 carry weight, no. And that wouldn't be bad if you just take no companions, but again, we're starting a new game. I'm gonna approach it the same way I approached Adam RPG. I want to have the personality up there because most people are going to dump that stat, and I want to see what it says when you actually talk to all the personality checks. And as we saw in the last game, there was a ton of personality checks. And of course, if you don't get the NPCs, you don't get to see what they say. And although some of them were somewhat annoying at times, there was a couple of really good interactions with the NPCs in Atom RPG. So we're going to do the same approach. What is 5 carry weight? This one's negative 15 carry weight. The less luck you have, the more your opponent messes up in astonishing and baffling ways. From time to time you suffer fatal mistakes yourself, naturally. That's new. I don't remember that being in the first game. And because I know my luck's gonna be that low, I'm tempted to take it. Just to see what it does. Oh man, that is so tempting to me. That is so tempting. Critical attack power slightly raised. Okay, let's take these away. Okay, and if we go with God's Mistake, regeneration 15, your endurance pops up a couple. Survival pops up a little bit. And resistance is based on the... okay. Alright. Alright. Shooting and reloading firearms costs 1 extra action point. The last game I spent a lot of my time in melee combat, but when I absolutely needed to, like I had to use a gun, and I don't want to have that kind of penalty on that. No. Again, that only works against half a society. Last time it was a negative 50% experience gained, and there wasn't a negative 1 ability point per level. And when they say ability point, what is an ability? Because these are skills, these are characteristics, and these are distinctions. And these are skill points. So what exactly is an ability point? That's just bad description. If I select it, you know, I'm gaining intellect, so I can't tell if it's a skill point that's going down. What ability point per level? What the? Oh wait, I know. Okay, it's the skill tree, which I hope they didn't keep it like they did before. The first skill tree sucked, and if you're losing ability points for the skill tree to begin with, I mean, wow. Anyway, the reason we picked this is because it has the personality and intention and intellect. It has all the stats we want. Alright, carry weight, strength. Okay. -1 intellect. Yeah, too many negatives. Alright, so this is the other one we had. Because it gave us 3 stats. 3 characteristics. We lost the technology and tinkering for that, but God's Mistake gives us 2 endurance, so really we're only losing now 1 characteristic point. So I'm not terribly concerned by the 1 point loss, and it's nice to have at least your technology up a little bit more. Crafting, if they kept it the same way, is going to be shitty. So if you take that away, right? Yeah. Okay. Lone genius. So that's a -1 endurance. Plus 30%. Plus 30% 2 chance. Plus 30% chance of skill check passes. Untrained skills. But damn, you lose 1 strength. And -15 to all skills except speech crafting. I'm like, no. -10 carry weight and a personality, no. Attention with luck 3 and lower, plus 3% critical chance. Alright, well, we already have... Can you actually go negative luck? No, it won't let you go negative luck. Alright, I'm just curious about this. When you mess up, your enemies mess up as well. Alright. The less luck you have, the more your opponent misses. Messes in an astonishing, baffling way. Yeah, I gotta play with that. That's just I'm too curious to see how that works out. Alright, so... action points 10. Boom. 10. Modifier of 1. I really want to know what the modifiers are right now that I'm getting from, where the modifiers are coming from. I guess, is it from... Okay, so we had 10 personality, 10 attention, 8, okay. Okay, so our modifiers are coming from 1 attention, 1 personality. I wonder why the personality isn't being modified. It says personality +1 and it's not showing as a green. It also says intellect +1 and it's not showing as a green. So where are these modifiers coming from? I wonder if it's based on stuff from the last game somehow, on the stats that I increased through serums and whatnot. I don't know. I remember getting a luck skill, but anyway. Alright, so back to this. Dexterity. I actually have the ability to get all the good stats that I want at the cost of carry weight. So carry weight at 32. Carry weight at 40. And how much are we losing on? We're losing 2 skill points per level, which really is not that. And I don't think there's going to be a 10 check, but there might be. Definitely keeping this for the action points. Personality, we're definitely keeping up. Tension, again, I want to make sure I have everything that I can as far as dialogue options go. Based on the previous game, though, there's just so much junk that we picked up that we didn't need. But I'm a pack rat, so it's just going to be, even though I know I don't need it, or I probably won't need it, I just won't be, I'm like compulsive like that. I won't be able to pass up whatever's there. You know, I'm going to have to pick the fucking shit up. So, gimping my strength even more than this, I mean, would suck. And it's 8 kilograms per strength. And we're getting... Alright, let's keep that. Okay, yeah. Oh, we have skills left. Okay, so I guess continuing down the line that we were on, one of those. I guess we're going to continue this pistols, SMGs. I guess we'll continue the pistols, SMGs, yeah. Speechcraft. Just round up that. Stealth is awesome. I wonder if we get my gear, if I get to keep the gear we had before. If not, man, it's gonna be rough, because stealth was just tremendous. If I don't have the, I forgot what they called it in Atom RPG, but it's basically a ghillie suit. I'm gonna need stealth, man. Stealth was invaluable as far as looting shit goes. Alright. I really don't want to waste points on it unless I have to. Shit. Shit. I don't know. I don't know. 150, barter, tinkering. Man, if they don't have it though, I'm gonna be fucked. I'm gonna be spending all my levels on stealth. Throwing weapons. Let's pop that up there to a round number. Alright. Appearance. Okay. Red. Wavy. Dragon Mother, Bobcat, Cascade, Harding, Jeanne d'Arc, Wavy. Well, I like Dragon Mother. Dragon Mother, alright. Drow. Drow female. Alright. Okay, add a photo. JPEG or PNG, well, wasn't ready for that. Okay, portrait. Show all the default portraits. Alright, well, we'll keep what we had before. That's fine. Alright. Abilities. Oh. They changed this. Okay, well, maybe this is good. 59 points. Okay. I wonder if they changed it where you get to spend more this time. Survival, martial arts, survival. Thinking. What happened to the overall? Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. What do we have? A lot armor. Alright. Chance to avoid knockdown was always good to have. Learn? Okay. Bell cheer. Not terribly important. Alright, let's go back to this. Where is the shield guy, the shield mastery? Okay, so it's up here. Okay. So survival. Alright. So it's 3 points for this, I see, okay. So we get the damage resistances. I mean, that's just definitely going to work. Now it looks like they did change it, because any skill after this would be doubled. would be 1 point extra. So in order to was it 1 point extra? Yes. Like the first point was 1, then you had to spend 2, then you had to spend 3, then you had to spend 4. So if you can spend just 3 or just 1 to get these, then they improved the system somewhat. So you get 1 kilogram carry weight and 1 hit point for every level. Bonuses reach 30. That's... yeah, that's going to be tremendous. So it says I have 55 available, learn. Okay, so yes, they have improved this system. Okay. Happy with that. Alright, exercise. So no, not really impressed with this. Doesn't work with powered exoskeleton. What is powered exoskeleton? Is that a piece of equipment, or is that a skill in this vast tree of skills? Okay. Powered exoskeleton. Read that again here. Doesn't work with powered exoskeleton. It seems like that's probably an armor type that you can get. When you're wearing armor, nothing can stop you. You get 1% to damage resistance body plus 1% damage resistance head. Void knockdown and -2 damage for every 6 kilograms of equipped armor. Seems like I want to take that. Damage resistance for body and head increases plus 2% every 5%. Missing. Should be until the end of the fight. When aiming at a target, you receive more thorough information about it. Okay. Common poison no longer lowers your health points. Okay, so I think we're gonna go with this one. Yep, we'll go with that. And then let's see what this tree is. Alright. Victorian. Some people are capable of wearing heavy armor from the start. Most. Lowers dodge penalty 3 times when using mask. Armor, helmets, and masks no longer reduce characteristics. Reduce characteristics. Well, that sounds awesome. Okay, because there was a couple of pieces of equipment that had negative characteristics on it in Atom RPG, and it's like, I don't want to fucking use that because I lost a dex. Yeah, one of them was dex. Like, wow. Okay, so that's actually pretty good if they introduce more armor that does that. True warrior shield is basically an extension of his or her own hand. Has the dodge penalty when using a shield. Shields no longer reduce characteristics and accuracy. So those both seem great. Until the bonus reaches 15, shields become weightless. Okay, another one seems awesome. You get 1 action point as a one-time permanent bonus and 1 health point for every 2nd level until the bonus reaches 30 points. you get 1 action point as a one-time bonus. Am I allowed to reset these things? What if I reset, does it reset the entire tree? No, okay. I click on that and okay, cool. You get 1 action point as a one-time permanent bonus. So 10. Can it go above 10? And 1 health for every second level until the bonus reaches 30 hit points. You actually get another action point. Which may not seem like a difference, but man, yes, it is absolutely critical sometimes to get that 1 extra action point. I have to take that. Alright, well yeah, it would be good to heal up too. Addictions are sometimes caused by something missing from the person's life, you know? Addicted, yeah. Okay. So, alright, let's look at these other things, see what we can do here. None of this seems good. Alright. I'm not gonna mess with that. You get +1 skill point for every level. Not terrible for 1. Chance of finding rare items, 10%. Till it reaches 15%. Rare items, huh? There's a lot of good abilities here. so okay, so martial arts. Damage to body parts when using melee damage plus 10%. It's 50% more strength. Okay, I think we'll pick up this. We'll probably pick up this. Okay, let's go back to here. The survival tree is just so much more powerful than the other trees. Although, man, a lot of the tinkering stuff up here was nice to have, or would be nice to have. Lowers the dodge penalty 3 times. What's my dodge at? 21. But remember, all of the equipment in Atom RPG, the first game, all of it decreased your dodge to the point where either you had damage resistance and damage threshold, or you had no dodge. Like, I mean, not or, and you had no dodge. The only way that you got the damage threshold and damage resistance is if they tanked your dodge. So you didn't have one or the other. So I'm wondering really how useful this is. Because what's the point of lowering a dodge penalty if the dodge is negative anyway? Alright, so we take them all, learn all 3 of those. Alright. So that pretty much puts me back to where I was before, I think, with some extra stuff. So I think I had this before. I think I had that. I think I had that. I had something of this nature too. So that was pretty much it. I did not have the inner reserve. So I think I had shield bearer. I think I had these, but not that. Alright, so let's stick with that. And then we go to tinkering. Pick up, you get 1 skill point for every level. So we have 23 now. Okay. And again, the team that is responsible for translating to English and grammar to English, I mean, they need to be fired. How hard is it to read these things? I mean, really, how fucking hard is it to read them? When you crafting the items. I mean, when you crafting the items. Seriously? Fucking monkey. This might actually be worth having if I don't get the suit. if we go up one more, what are we looking at? I want to get to this because I don't know what that means, the rare items, you know? And it would be cool to see some rare items. That was one thing that was missing from Atom RPG 1. It did have rare items, don't get me wrong, but I didn't know which ones they were, and I didn't know when I saw them. But this would be cool, I think. And this would be cool to offset the penalty here. So I think I'll blow something here. I guess 10% discount when trading. I mean, I'm not really... It'll be useful early in the game, but at the end of the game, it's just not going to be useful. When crafting, 5% chance to grade double the items. Again, if crafting is as bad as it was in the first game, this is pointless. And this is pointless unless I don't have the suit. And then it might be actually really good. You gain 50% stealth bonus during nighttime. Fuck. But that's really just situational. Yeah, these are all kind of meh to get to the next level. So if anything, I'll take the discount when trading. I'll blow it on that. Alright, next level. The cool part on this one is that the items weigh 50% less in the inventory. So that means all food and all alcohol should weigh 50% less. And if you had to lug around a lot of cabbages, you know what that means, right? Holy shit. They weighed like 4 pounds each or something crazy. Gain double the skills from books. There weren't enough skill books to really make that a difference in the other game. In the original. Damage from crafted weapons. You never used crafted weapons because the crafted weapons always had the jam chance, so this is pointless. Gain 100% chance to pickpocket when the victim is asleep. Again, that's just meh. Meh. From a quality of life standpoint, having a 50% reduction in weight of those items will probably be more beneficial than doing that, so we'll go with this. And then we get the VIP and learn that. That gives us 3 points left. Okay. So I'm going to be pistol SMG. So pump this up for the 10% damage. And that's the end of that. I wonder if they make you spend all the points. You could save these points or not. I probably can save them. I'm leaning towards the fact that I'm probably not going to have that suit. Of course, I could redo the character from just do another character creation after I figure it out, but I really don't want to do this again if I don't have to. Our health is looking far more generous now. We did pick up... No, I did not pick up. Oh, I thought I was going to pick... I did not pick up the nullification. Alright, so let's go back here. Let's look at this again. Dodge penalty. Defense chance for shields go to 10%. Let's not do that one now. Let's go ahead and offset the penalty. Can I see where the penalty is? Where's the experience? Okay, so if I take this off, the 131 250 should change. Yes, it does. And I actually gain level. See that? I will actually gain a couple levels maybe. So 131 250. Now if I go into the ability, change this to this, boom, and then go back, it still says 131. That makes no sense. You gain... Oh, never mind. That's a gain, not a nullification. What am I looking at? Duh. Okay. Okay. That's not... You're just gaining more experience, not the other way around. And still, it'll end up being about the same thing. It will end up being the same thing, actually, as far as that goes. I mean, you're just going to gain 20% XP to all. Yeah, that still will partially nullify it. There's no difference there. But I was hoping it would impact the max level, but no, it won't do that. But it will still nullify it, so let's go ahead and nullify it. Alright, let's try to get some more skills this time around. Okay, so first impression here, I am definitely far more happy with this system. At least someone gave him some feedback about how horrible the other system was. Alright, game mode. An average difficulty level recommended for most players. No. A mode for experienced players, saving only outside of battle. Yeah, you get less XP. Harder to avoid random encounters. Unused parameters, abilities. What's that mean? What does the unused parameters mean? A mode for those. No permadeath. No, we're definitely not doing permadeath. Okay. Okay, so let's go back over this one more time. Alright, so again, I'm picking this because I'm just curious as to what the fuck's gonna happen when it happens. I mean, really. And this is the kind of thing that you would like to see in all these types of things. So when you're selecting stuff for games, in any game, you want to see something that's like, what's that gonna do? Like, what in the world is, you know, it's like, you're curious about it. I'm picking this simply because it has the 3 stats that I want the most: personality, attention, and intellect. So yeah, the ability point, now that I understand how the ability points work here, actually the -1 ability point per level is just going to be terrible. But yeah, I still want to get the checks up to high. Okay, so alright, so we have speechcraft up. This is all from the previous character. Appearance, what we can do, abilities, okay, and a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, we're going on game mode of expert, and start.
Attention, Major. Everything you are about to hear is highly classified. We choose you for this briefing due to your activities in the Central Waste 2 years ago. The information about the asteroid you delivered upon return from Krasnoznamenny greatly agitated the Central Command. Our science teams did not reach a solid conclusion, but all of them agreed that the potential impact of the asteroid would be devastating to all life in the wastes. This is why Central Command organized a special research group with goals of studying the nature of the problem and finding possible solutions. For the last 1.5 years, the best minds of Atom worked on this problem. Now it seems that, despite the current state of science and technology in the wastes, a solution has been reached. East of the Central Waste and our base of operations, there is a city called Trudograd. Once it was home to a special strategic manufacturing facility, the Inverter Factory, which was ran by a certain Professor Goryachov. As you know, Trudograd survived the war much better than most cities and towns of our motherland. Thus, it is possible that the facility still stands or even operates protected by the city walls. This facility is very important to our cause. Before the war, it was used to manufacture an experimental electromagnetic propulsion device, the RR-1 railgun. According to top-secret documents we uncovered during our research, this invention of Professor Goryachev was able to deliver special polymer-based projectiles straight into Earth's orbit, or even further into outer space at tremendous speeds. If this information can be trusted, this device might just happen to be humanity's sole chance at destroying the asteroid before impact. Your mission is to venture into Trudograd, find Professor Goryachev and scout out the inverter facility for any traces of the RR-1 railgun. If the propulsion device will be found, we will take it from there, securing and transporting it to HQ for further study and usage against the asteroid menace. Good luck, Major, and let there be atom.
You're sitting in a small clearing in front of a blazing campfire. The autumn forest surrounds you, and it creaks peacefully in the dead of night. The air hangs heavy with the promise of snow and the beginning of winter. The fire crackles softly with the branches that you feed it, enchanted by the darting, dancing flames. Crackling wood and the hiss of boiling sap are the only sounds in your tiny campsite. With a sigh, you stretch your back and gaze over at your surprised guest. He's a short fellow, hunchbacked and raggedly dressed. He emerged from the tall trees about an hour ago and asked if he could warm his bones by the fire. Surprisingly, you disregarded your hard-earned knowledge of the wastes and agreed. Now he's sitting on the opposite side of the fire, his face hidden in the shadows of a hood. His silence is unnerving. You begin to regret allowing the stranger into your camp. Maybe saying something would help ease the tension?
Yes, I like the voiceovers. That's nice. It's kind of fucking stupid that the guy doing the voiceover and the actual script that you're reading don't match up. I mean, how fucking hard is that to get that right? I mean, what he said is fine. What you're reading here hasn't been grammar checked, and that's why they didn't match up. So how you don't get those two things in sync, I don't know, beyond me. Anyway, so we saw, we're continuing about the asteroid, which was the end of Atom RPG, the first game, and the asteroid menace. If you noticed, while in that briefing, you saw a picture of the propulsion system or the rocket or whatever you want to call it, the weapon that could fire out in outer space, in the very opening of the game, with the opening scene where the Atom guy is, you know, turning on the power to a facility. One of the documents, I think the document that he opens up at the end of the screen, was that same document. So, okay, so that's how that ties in. Anyway, so no mention of the mycelium, no mention of the fungi, telepathic fungus, so we're just moving on to the asteroid portion of the game, I guess, and we'll see if that ties into the mycelium later on at any point in time. Alright, so, yeah.
The stranger looks away, up from the fire, and stares directly at you. Or at least it feels like he's staring. You cannot make out his face. Yes, no wind, he says in a calm and very soothing voice. A moment later, he asks, "Are you traveling from far away?" As it does to us all. The man is quiet again, but then throws a dry stick into the flames. Sparks fly up like a cloud of fireflies into the cold heavens as he asks, "Did you hear what happened in Krasnoznameny? It's a city to the west of here." You feel a strange urge to tell him the truth. Who knows why? Perhaps telling someone about your adventures will make them more real. Maybe even grant them some kind of meaning.
If you recall, on the first game, I constantly told everybody I was from Atom every time I got a chance to. And the one time Fidel's like, "You need to shut up." And it's interesting how they pronounce that. Krasnoznamenye. I was pronouncing it Krasnoznamenye. So,
Good old Adam. Guess those army boys got tired of riding in the back seat. Stranger adjusts his hood and sinks down into his tattered clothing. Say, you know what happened to that old bruiser Dan? Leader of the factory gang?
boy, that's a weird accent that they're using for a Russian, or at least a Russian-based game. Like attempting at a southern drawl or southern tang, like a Texas type of accent. It's just out of place. I would much rather have some like butchered English Russian accent here.
That's good, the man says with a slight shiver. Silence once again descends upon your small camp until the sound of a wolf howling arises in the distance, and you look fearfully around. Danger lurks in every corner of the wastes, and it pays to be cautious. Why then did you so calmly choose to share your campfire with this odd fellow, a man you know nothing about? As if on cue, the stranger starts asking, what do you know about a lovely little village near Krasnoznamenye called Trudograd?
This is kind of funny because the first opening scene in Adam, not the opening scene, but you know, once you get past the tutorial, you're accosted by a fire by like 4 bandits that take all your shit. So this is establishing your backstory on the choices that you made. So it would change. I chose Adam to take over Krasnoznamenye. So, and I chose Katya to be the leader of Ochernoya.
You cannot fathom why you're sharing everything that happened 2 years ago with this stranger. It's as if an unseen force is compelling you to speak the truth. Or perhaps this force is somehow turning lies into truth. What happened to the trading hub called Paragon? Can you tell me that?
So that we ended up putting the neutral-ish guy in charge. I believe we killed both the other guys. The merchants. We killed the leader of the merchants and we killed the leader of the guards and left the Maximus or Maximum in charge.
Glad to hear not all is lost in that corner of the wastes. The man stretches his arms up as if to pluck a low-hanging star. Tell me, who did you share your travels with back then? I know it's kind of a personal question, but indulge me, please.
All of the above.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Anyone else? Once known as Trudograd. Yeah, I've heard of him. Anyone else? The worm guy, huh? Is that everyone?
Does everybody know he's the worm guy?
The man nods and again gazes down into the fire. You take a drink from your water flask and hold it out to share. He shakes his head no. 5 hard minutes of silence follow until you've had your fill of waiting and guessing. You lean forward, focus exactly on the darkness within the man's cowl, and in a stern voice, ask. Over the years, people have given me many different names, your guest states without emotion. But isn't it true that names, like other words, have no intrinsic meaning? Words are senseless, unless living people recall them and give them purpose. Thus, when we meet again, I will once more become nameless.
Well, I don't get it. Oh no, could this be? Let's go with that.
Of its own accord, your companion's hood slides limply away. But its absence reveals not a human head, but a glowing, undulating sphere of crimson fire. A deadly star. You yelp aloud, for a moment willing yourself to run, but already the night has vanished, dissolved in the haunting red glow. Never again shall you be able to hide from the invisible gaze of your nightmarish guest. That gaze is cruel and indifferent, and the lands it oversees are barren, burnt down to nothing but ashes and splinters of stone. You are so entranced by the endless landscape of utter obliteration that at first you do not notice how your own body has started burning. You are ablaze on the inside, like a bunch of cinders twisted into human form. And the wild, frigid winds scatter your ashes across the surface of the dead earth.
Ah, so another dream. Like the previous game, it opened up with a dream. Yep. Incoming transmission. Fresh Prince of Trudograd achievement. Okay. Game was auto-saved. Vasily is the one that uncovered the communications between the mycelium and the traders in Atom. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. Next episode, I will pick up my equipment and take a look around, I guess. Alright, guys. Later.